Eom Business Network. So much for one broadcast.
Hello there, a very beautiful day to you, and thank you for joining us. You're watching the Eom Business Network, indeed the voice of corporate Nigeria. I am Olorogo Elkanah Moore. Today on the program, we shall be taking a look at the Nigerian economy from the viewpoint of industry operators. And so let's talk. Our close-up is with a certified chemist, experienced industrial instrument mechanic, business management strategist, astute entrepreneur, and industry captain, Austin Anoseme Onotu, who is the founder and chief executive officer of Nosco Instrument Technologies Limited, a notable multifaceted industrial instrument management firm in Nigeria, and one of the most distinguished CEOs to look out for in 2024. On Spot On, we shall bring you a stylish but focused professional, experienced corporate relationship strategist and team player, Iboro Okambe, who is the Chief Relationship and Administrative Manager of First Business Logistics Limited, a member of Sky Blue Services Group, a leading world-class integrated business solutions provider in Nigeria. And on the face-to-face, our focus is on CleanServe Integrated Energy Solutions Limited, a world-class certified aviation energy solutions marketing company in Nigeria. This is a must-watch. Stay with us. Mayowa Olagunju, an amiable gentleman, astute educational consultant, vision-driven business management strategist, and team player, is the Chief Operating Officer of Roaming Travels and Tours Limited, a fast-growing hospitality solutions provider in Nigeria.
The services we render here, we handle visa application, ticketing, student applications, everything that relates to travel. We handle it here, irrespective of the country, US, UK, Canada, Europe, Asian countries, wherever, only a tactical continent, and I don't think people travel there. So that's what we do here. What I do is only education. We have other people working here in this organization. We have people that do visa, we have people that do ticketing. My own job is just study application. That's what I do. The unique thing about the services we render is, number one, is that we take a client through. First, we do consulting, and then we take through. Many people don't take clients through. They just tell you, this is the package we want to do. But we take a client through every stage of the application. So I will literally put it this way. If we handle an application for you, you can, to a very large extent, you can even do the application by yourself by the time we finish, because we've taken you through all the stages till we get to the last stage. Scamming, you see, one of the vital things in this job is integrity, and it's not only peculiar to the traveling sector, it's peculiar to all other sectors. The level of integrity is going down by the day, possibly because of the situation of the country. But one thing that makes us unique here in Roaming Travel is we have never had any record of being scammed or one way or the other. At the onset, where we trusted a partner, at the end of the day, we had to, because of our name, we have to bear the loss. So we don't have issues with scamming or whatever. And that is the more reason why we take a client through. By the time we have explained all the stages, we even tell you the stages you can pay by yourself. If you opt to pay by yourself, you can pay by yourself. So if there's no issue with scamming or whatever, if you want to pay your tuition fee by yourself, you can go and pay. You get a receipt. If you want a scheduled Zoom meeting with the institution or wherever you are going, we will schedule it for you. So there's no issue we don't have issues of scamming a client here. The success rate is high. Because why is it high? Because we first do the consultation with you. There are some people that don't have the required documents. We would have told them from the onset that the documents are not complete. So those that have required documents will definitely, irrespective of the application they are going for, it will definitely be successful. So we have high success rates. And if we foresee from the onset that this job is not going to pull through, we would have notified the applicant that you still have to maybe build your financial track record, financial history or whatever. So we have good success rates. Though we are not the consoler, and we always tell clients we are not consoler, we are just an agency, a middle between the applicants and the country. I'm Mayowa Olagunju by name. I'm an educational consultant here. My educational background, a graduate of the University of Ibadan. I have my master's degree at the University of Lagos in comparative education. So everything I've done is in education. So here in roaming travels, I am do only study applications. So irrespective of the country, when it comes to study application, it stops on my table. So that's basically what I do. I've been here since inception, and we've had successful stories in study applications. We have students around the world, let me put it like that.
Austin Anoseme Onotu, a certified industrial chemist, experienced instrument mechanic, business management strategist, astute entrepreneur, and industry captain, is the founder, managing director, and chief executive officer of NOSCO Instrument Technologies Limited, a notable multifaceted industrial instrument management firm in Nigeria, and one of the most distinguished CEOs to look out for in 2024.
NOSCO Instruments Technology Limited is an instrumentation company, a company registered under CAC to render instrumentation services like calibration service, repair services, installation services, training, and maintenance. The background drive behind our scope was as a result of the gap in the industry. Then I used to go to some of these companies and government parastatals, government institutions, and I will see that there are equipment that are just lying in the lab with nobody to attend to either repair, either installation, and calibration. And also there were days when these companies were often going to the UK, India, China to bring expatriates to carry out some of these technical jobs because we don't have the capacity to do that. So this was the background reason that gave birth to NOSCO Instruments, and so far we are closing the gap as we are well registered, because we try to find out what exactly are those people there in London doing that we are not doing right. What do they have that we don't have here? How can we bridge the gap? So we started with training. We started by standard, making sure that we are registered by SON, weight and measure, ISO management trainings, having capacities training, both foreign trainings and local training. So at the end of the day, we were able to gather capacity and we were able to kick off in the year 2016. 2016, the company was registered. In 2018, we started fully. So most of the things that are being done outside the country today are being done here because majorly we have this equipment. For example, last month, Julius Berger, they were here, they wanted to carry out their calibration, and they told me that their calibration used to be done by one company in Germany. They will come over and carry out their calibration. So when they find out that we calibrate for Trevi Foundation, when Trevi Foundation presented our certificate to them, so they decided to contact us, and then we started their calibration. We are now the one doing their calibration. So they came, they wanted to do the calibration of a 5,000 kilonewton load cell. So they were trying to know if they can find a company that has that large 5,000 kilonewton load cell. But unfortunately, our load cell can only go 2,000. And so they said, okay, no problem. We will go to Germany and get a calibrating company. So that is how it used to be. In those days, you can hardly find even a company here in Nigeria that can even do 300, 1,000, 2,000. You can hardly find. But today, to an extent, we can do 2,000 capacity. And because we cannot do 5,000, they had to go and look for somebody, another company to do. So the background drive for it, for NOSCO Instruments, is to fill the gap that was created as a result of lack of professionals, lack of standard, lack of major knowledge to carry on the industry, and we have done that to some extent. NOSCO Instrument Technology Limited is an instrumentation company. We are into calibration, repair, installation, maintenance, training of personnel on handling, calibration, and user training also. So we basically render services where measuring, indication, and testing is needed on equipment. These major three aspects, this sector, these are what we do. Our scope is large because we have to care for the construction, pharmaceutical, food and beverage, the plastic industry is there, the paint industry is there. So anywhere equipment is being used, anywhere measuring, testing, and indicating equipment is being used, these are where we render our services.
Iboro Ukombe, a studied but focused professional, experienced corporate relationship strategist and team player, is the Chief Relationship and Administrative Manager of First Business Logistics Limited, a member of Sky Blue Services Group, a leading world-class integrated business solutions provider in Nigeria.
My portfolio is a simple one. It's something that anybody can do, but you need to pay close attention to details. What I do is basically stand in between the client and the team that render the service. I take the bookings, I take the requests, and get the operations team to carry out the request as asked by the passenger or the traveler. And then we get a feedback from the service, a feedback of the service from the client, and then we begin to work on better ways to handle the next job. All thanks to technology and the media, is easier get information in real time for people making requests, making bookings. It's now easy to get those things. Even if the passenger sends in a request late, as long as you have your internet working and your devices working, you're able to process the request and send it to the team who are also working 24 hours. The minute you get a request, you send to the team, the operations team, and they begin to work on it. That has helped us to deliver service no matter the time the request is sent in. This has helped us to meet demands even when demands come in on short notice. First Business Logistics, a subsidiary of Sky Blue Services actually, we are focused on travel concierge and logistics. Travel concierge, I'd like to explain a bit on it, is attending to passengers, personalized service for a passenger who may be traveling as a person, an individual, or a family or a group of tourists coming into the country. We pay attention to that individual or that group from the start of their trip to the end. Whatever their demands are, we render that personalized service from aircraft to hotel or final destination. So that being said, we handle the protocol service within the airport terminal, whether it is the local terminal or the international terminal, the protocol service, the baggage assistance to sort out the bags from the carousel and take to the waiting car. The protocol officers handle that. We do airport transfers. Your preferred vehicle, your vehicle of preference could be an SUV or a sedan vehicle. Whatever you want could be a bus. And then we take you to the hotel which you would have booked or informed us to book for you. It could be a service apartment, it could be your house, whatever it is, your destination. And if you're here for a meeting, we continue the service by taking you to the place of your meeting, wherever it may be, from your hotel to the meeting place and back, however you want it done. But we are in charge of your service here in Nigeria, as long as this is not your base. Even if it's your base and you want something outsourced, we handle it for you. So the logistics part we handle is not the cargo logistics, but the person logistics. Right, what we have done over time is to learn from the mistakes of others and our mistakes also. There are gaps that if not filled, they will begin to widen further and then you lose a passenger. So what we do, we listen. We want to feel the heartbeat of the passenger. What are you trying to avoid? What do you want done to make your service better? Or what do you want done for a better experience? We match up their years of experience and emerging market trends in the industry and the emerging challenges of the environment. And we give to you a whole package that you will come back for. And then when we give that service to you, truth be told, when we give that service to you, we don't just leave you hanging. We follow up. How did you find the service? What part of the service should we do better, next time? We follow up. We want to know. The company is about customer satisfaction. But customer satisfaction as a word could be ambiguous. That's why I'm breaking it down to tell you in details. We want to know, how many suitcases are you coming back with? When those suitcases are picked, what should be done to help you? What car? We do these things, and this is what we do that I know many people don't do. We are your help at the airport. We are your PA at the airport. A lot of people don't know the timing of their flight. They just see on the ticket that the flight will depart by 9:30. Take, for instance, a flight that goes by 9:30, and they begin to walk towards coming by 9 o'clock, but that's wrong. The check-in counter closes 2 hours before departure. So the 9:30 on the ticket is the departure when the aircraft leaves Nigeria. The counter will close by 7:30. So if you come by 8, you're late already. So we begin to advise you. So we play a senior advisory role. We advise every time. You have to leave. If you're on the island, you have to leave because of the traffic. You have to do this, come at this time. If you're going to an African country, you need your yellow fever vaccination card. If you're going to a country, if you're transiting through a country, you may need a transit visa. We give you heads up, more or less, so that you don't come and stumble at the airport or fumble at the airport. We give you enough information to make your journey seamless. So that's the edge we have. Others just do the zombie walk. They pick up the passenger and they drop and they say bye-bye. But we don't do that. Where would you be going to when you arrive in Nigeria? Would you be going to your village or another state? Would you need this service? Okay, this is the security situation in that service. This is the weather. This is the kind of things you'd like to pack when you're leaving. You may need mosquito repellents and all. A whole lot of advice that people do not look into. We care about the passenger. We care about the customer. And that way, the passenger will come back. He will not just come back. He will bring his friends. He'll bring his family. He'll bring every other person. As Sky Blue, we have been at the airport for over 20 years. And it doesn't just take skill to be at the airport for over 20 years. We are about brand and image. And a build-up of brand integrity plays a vital role. And so over the years, we are known to keep our word. We are known to have honest and trustworthy staff. We are known to maintain, the word is honesty basically, integrity and at every point in time. So this is what we pride ourselves in. If you forget anything on the trolley or whatever, just know that if you were attended to by our staff, you will get your item back. We have a process. It will be reported to the head of operations on duty, maybe not the head of operations, the nearest security operative will get that item. And when he gets that item, he's going to profile it at the Tango. There's somewhere we call Tango. It's a holding center and a cell at the airport. So all those items, forgotten items, missing items will be documented and kept there. Whenever you come back, you will pick up your item.
We are called Sep Integrated Energy Solutions Limited. We are a world-class energy marketing company positioned to provide all aspects of aviation fuels. Sep leverages on technology and automation unique web of leading aviation fuel experts and strategic partners to offer the industry a comprehensive set of solutions. At Sep, we deliver high-quality, safe, and timely aviation fuels. Sep Integrated Energy Solutions Limited. Clean energy at its best. Chris Ndulue, a professor of geology, certified petroleum engineer, highly acclaimed aviation services management professional, vision-driven entrepreneurial expert and industry captain, is the managing director and chief executive officer of Sep Integrated Energy Solutions Limited, a frontline aviation support solutions provider in Nigeria, and indeed one of the most distinguished CEOs to look out for in 2024.
Well, I think the oil marketing industry is going through a different, there are some changes happening right now. Over the past maybe 20 years, Nigeria has had to depend on importation of petroleum products. So that market has been structured or has become structured around importation. So it's an import-dependent industry. And that's about to change with Dangote refinery and so many other modular refineries that have started operations. So what this means is that the structure is going to change. This may affect a lot of the middlemen who are in the business of importing this product and selling to other marketers who sell to the final consumers. So I think these are the kind of changes that are going on right now, and what people or players in the industry are doing is trying to realign themselves in such a way as to remain in business or remain relevant, even in the evolving industry, because the industry now is going to be dependent on local production of the products that we market. So that's a lot of changes. It's going to also impact on the logistics of the industry, the importation, the foreign exchange requirements, and to some extent on the pricing. So I think that it's a good change, but we have to prepare for this change and be able to adapt to the change. The aviation industry is not an easy one, because it is cost intensive, it's labor intensive, There are so many things happening there. What many people point to is the cost of aviation fuel most of the time. That is that's the major cost anyway, but it's just one of those one of the major costs. For some airlines, it might be the number one cost. But there are so many other issues in the aviation industry that are begging for solutions. And I think that we need to consciously make efforts to give support to the airlines and make sure that they're able to operate, even in this environment that we all describe as harsh. I think that when you are in the aviation industry, especially airline operators, we have to be very specific. So many people are in the industry, but the airline operators needs a lot of support to be able to continue to operate. And everywhere in the world where you see an airline doing well, that airline must enjoy a lot of support from the government, from the citizens of that country. If that doesn't happen, there is no way that that airline can do well. And I think that's a kind of support that I don't think the airlines are getting as much support as they should be getting.
We are called Sep Integrated Energy Solutions Limited. We are a world-class energy marketing company positioned to provide all aspects of aviation fuels. Sep leverages on technology and automation unique web of leading aviation fuel experts and strategic partners to offer the industry a comprehensive set of solutions. At Sep, we deliver high-quality, safe, and timely aviation fuels. Sep Integrated Energy Solutions Limited. Clean energy at its best.
As the General Manager of Vector Travels, I oversee the team.
And that's a good point to call it a wrap on today's package of the EOM Business Network. Thank you very much for spending your valued time with us. We hope it was worth your while. But just in case you missed out on any aspect of it, then you can come with us to any of our other portals, as you can see on the screen. Our sincere gratitude to you, our sponsors, for your continued interest and support. Always remember, with you and us, we are champs. Oh yes, I remain Olorogo Elkanah Moari. Please, let's do this again, same time, same channel next week. We'll see you then.